Hello and welcome. We're talking Agile and productivity, and I'm with Rajesh again, and we're talking again because we did a video recently just on Agile at a very macro level, and we got a lot of comments and a lot of likes, and people have reached out to us to put together another video. So here we are, Rajesh, and welcome.
Yeah, and look, the previous video, we had a very natural talk. We had an informal chat there, and there were so many reactions. People liked it, and people encouraged us to create another video. So that's good.
Well, they don't realise what they've encouraged, do they, Rajesh?
Yes. So we're talking about productivity today. Yeah.
Yeah. And one of the things that I see is organisations that are often going through an Agile transformation or have been through an Agile transformation don't believe they need to look at personal productivity because Agile is already catering for that.
Yes.
And I think that's an absolute misnomer out there.
Correct. I would agree. Most organizations or most Agile teams that I have seen, people do not really worry about or care about the personal productivity.
Yeah.
We are talking about the individual level.
Yeah, at an individual level. And Agile is really about values and mindset, whereas personal productivity is down at the behaviours level.
Correct.
And there's a very big difference between the two. Personal productivity has a bad name often because time management, people try a one-size-fits-all with time management, whereas personal productivity should be tailored to an individual's strengths, weaknesses and preferences.
Correct.
That's what modern productivity is about. And that's a really, really important point, and it's a significant difference.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that modern productivity doesn't draw on some of the tried and trusted time management principles of years gone by, because a lot of those are very valid.
Correct.
But it can be tailored and can be customized.
Correct. What I see in Agile teams, people just look at their backlogs, they look at the timelines, they consider the sprint time and release times, and then they wonder why things are taking too long, why they are not ticking all the boxes. The problem is individuals still do not consider their social media time. They do not optimize their peak energy time. So this is very important that we as humans, we have specific times when we have peak energy.
Correct.
If we hit those, productivity would be high.
Yeah.
But people do not know about that. They just look at, yes, in 8 hours time, this is what I'm going to do. But they do not consider other things. They waste a lot of time in meetings. They do not consider the peak energy times. They do not optimize the time that they have.
Yeah. And managing energy is actually far more important and impactful than managing time.
Correct.
The reality is we have to be able to manage both. Yeah. And I see at an organisational context, at the top of an organisation, I can see why an organisation wants to go Agile. There's lots of benefits of speed to market, collaboration. At an individual level, whether someone's in an Agile environment or not, they don't necessarily turn up to work saying the company must go Agile. They turn up to work and saying, I can't get my job done because of the level of meetings, the level of interruptions and the number of emails that I have to respond to.
Correct.
And these are all items that can be addressed via personal productivity. But once again, it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. Because if we look at simple email management, every time management course I've been through says you must have an empty inbox. And that works for a number of people. But it does not work for everybody, and nor should it work for everybody. So we need to tailor email management around how somebody works.
Correct.
Around their preferences.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at their garage. Is their garage everything organised, which might indicate that, hey, they'd like some folders and some organisation to their email management, or is it a hot raving mess?
Correct.
If it's a hot raving mess, then if we try and force them down a folder structured path with their email, then there's a good chance it's not going to stick. It's not going to fit. A crowded inbox might be the better approach, and it doesn't mean one is more productive than the other.
Yeah, I think zero inbox is a misnomer. You can't reach zero inbox, because we get a number of different types of emails, and zero inbox means you're spending so much of your productive time on managing that thing. I think optimization is important, prioritization is important, and if you're working in Agile teams or even non-Agile teams, one of the things that I notice is people try to multitask. And multitasking is again one of the things which you should not worry too much about. You can't do as humans. We can't multitask. Yeah?
Yeah.
So that's another thing. I would say people should utilize what time they have. They should focus on the modern productivity techniques. So what are those techniques?
Well, let me just come back to multitasking,
Yes.
because there's an example I run with people who I coach and train that demonstrates that multitasking, there's at least a 20% degradation when we multitask.
Right.
At least a 20% degradation, and we put this in flashing lights around them so they get to understand we think we're doing more when we're multitasking, but we're actually doing less.
Right. So you were saying, if people in agile teams they don't multitask, they would be more productive.
Oh,
is it?
absolutely. Everybody will be more productive if we don't
Right.
multitask. Yeah, it's incredible. So come back to your question, what's modern productivity? Modern productivity is actually tailoring techniques to your strengths. Modern productivity is actually building on weaknesses or eliminating those weaknesses and getting preferences so it fits, that it actually just feels right,
Right.
that work becomes easy.
Right. Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Rajesh, we've been talking for a while and been productive people. We'll let our audience get back to work. But if you'd like to find more about productivity in agile environments and non-agile environments, please reach out to either Rajesh or myself, or leave some comments of some of the challenges that you're finding.
And if you have any feedback about the video, let us know. If you want us to cover anything else, cool, we will.
Awesome. Thanks,
Thank you
Rajesh.
very much. Thank you.